Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania.
It's the Bill and Corey Show.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Corey.
Welcome back. This is live episode 102.
Wow. If you're still here for 102, what is wrong with you? No.
No, that's not that. This episode, we're going to talk about kind of manifolds. And the reason why we talked about this, a manifold sizing, I guess, trying to squeeze it into a space. We had a customer who wanted to fit 3 regulators in a tight cabinet spot. And they had an existing cabinet. And it's like, hey, I got, 29 inches? You got to fit
3 manifolds in there.
Yeah, it's 3 regulators with flex hoses in that spot. And of course, you have to pipe up to it and stuff. So it says, hey, we got to do this.
Yeah, it's not just fitting it in there, it's fitting it in there and letting you get to it as well. You know?
Yeah,
so
you got to get to it. Yeah, you're not sticking something up in a corner you can't get to. So that's where we are today. So obviously, there's a trade-off.
No, I don't, that's a tarde. Tarde off.
Tarde off. A little typo, little keyboard error typing in the. There's a trade-off between smaller size and functionality.
Functionality?
Functionality. That was even spelled correctly.
Yeah, that was.
That's the mouth doesn't work. So you can use some functionality when you do that. And I think I'll stop talking and pop up the first graphic.
So theoretically, I mean, you could buy this whole setup right off our online store. You could buy a cabinet, a manifold, and a regulator, and you could put it all together yourself.
Store.mathesongas.com.
That's stored up. Oh, I should have put that.
And we could ship that like.
Yeah, we could ship those 3 things separately in a day. And then, but the problem is, if you look at the picture, once you put it in there, that end connection's buttoned right up against the wall there. And unless you're connecting right there, it makes it tough. Yeah. And you said there's like a seam there or something as well.
You really can't. It's facing the wrong way. It's going out the side of the cabinet.
Unless you want a side one. There are some times when you might want a side one.
We have done that.
I know. It's not recommended because it's where everybody walks.
So, so what do you do?
So what do you do? Next slide. Well, the obvious thing is you don't need the CGA and the CJ coupler in there to put it in there. Yeah. Take that out, and then you save all that space, and you get to 8.7. Still going out the side, but if you're going out the top, if you look at the picture on the right, put an elbow up there, shortens it a little bit more, and then you got...
Yeah, 1/4 inch, something like that.
Yeah, shortens it a little bit more, and then you're going straight up.
Probably where you want to go.
Yeah, plus you're saving because you don't have to make the turn later.
So the drawback of this is that you can't easily change out regulators.
Yes, that's the drawback.
If you go, oops, I want to have a different range, or I want to have I want to go, I don't want 100 PSI. I want 1,000 PSI. Now it gets tricky. The other one, you can just disconnect the CGA connection. So that's one of the issues there. You're also a little tight. The port on the that little hockey puck, it's a round cross, contradicts itself. You can't put any like valves in there or stuff like that. So you're squished down a little bit, but that's life. Okay, go ahead, Corey.
And then to the next slide, other ways we could do it. So the customer actually had a suggestion that if you look at the first picture, we put it out the top with an elbow, and then it's not coming straight out the sides, saves you a little bit of room. But unfortunately, the regulator would hit the bracket if you can see it.
This is a dual stage regulator.
It's dual stage regulator, so it's long in the back. So if you'd move it over without that adapter in there, it'd run right into it. So in the end, you don't gain any space by this. So there's different ways to think about it. You can do it all sorts of ways, and you just try it. And we'll try it in CAD and see if it works. So go to the next slide. And there's another way to put it. We can just use a regular Z bracket. We talked about the Z brackets a few shows ago. Yeah. And you can put that right up in the cabinet, and it's very small. You look at the first one, it's horizontal, and then you have to put an elbow down for the flex hose. But if you want to, if you're okay tilting your head to read gauges, maybe, not too bad. Yeah. You can put it vertical, and it saves a whole lot of space. You can, if you have, you can put 2 of these in a single cabinet.
You could
single
put
cylinder
the cylinders in there, but
if you can put the cylinders in there, but I'm just saying what you could fit.
Well, it's not just cabinets.
Yeah,
it's also on the wall.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah, that's a good point.
Because sometimes people get I got a small room. I got cylinders, double row. I don't have room for regular. I don't have room for that 7.5 inches, and we've done it like that. But then again, you lose some functionality.
Yes.
Is this the last of your slides, or?
I think it is.
Okay, so let's go back to us, and you can
Yes.
see us wave our hands around and stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah, you lose some functionality there. So you can't put all these extra options in there.
yeah.
Maybe the gauges are, you have to tilt a little bit for the gauges, but that's
fine.
that's little trade-offs there.
Let's look at a dog reading it. You know when the dogs tilt their head?
Yeah, it's just you don't want your dog reading it though. They're probably
Well, if your dog can read gauges, you got a dog there.
yeah. You got a dog reading. Okay, so the next
Space saver.
big space saver. Now the problem is this week we can't have like real props. We got inventory coming up, and production that would
Be angry.
Be angry if we like took stuff when they were counting.
Understandably angry though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're being unreasonable.
They're counting the manifolds, and the auditor comes and go, "Hey, how come said there's?"
And it's like,
So there's one, now there's two.
Those jerks, Bill and Corey, took it.
Yeah, we got video proof of it. This is a non-inventory item, so we're gonna.
This is the museum. It's a museum item.
No, this
that's
is
not
from our excess obsolete or something.
Oh, excess obsolete.
This is kind of a neat thing. So let's pop up the next graphic.
Manifold.
Okay, manifolds. So you got the one there as our regular manifold as you look at the screen on the left. That is 2 stations. It's a nice heavy-duty header. It's like half-inch pipe, and you got station valves so you can isolate the hoses, the cylinders when you're hooking things up. If you wanted to swap a cylinder.
And are we limited to 2, Bill?
No, it can go up to. We can go up a lot. 10's the max.
I mean,
You're thinking like, oh man.
At some point, you're just gonna need a truck. Just bring a truck into your building. There's only so many stations.
Well, it's limited by 10 because when you're building it, it's going to warp a little bit.
Yeah.
And 10.
And the curvature, you got to factor the curvature of the earth in as
pretty
well.
much. So, oh boy, no, you don't, or the Coriolis effect or anything like that. So, yes, but you could do a lot with it. They're heavy duty. You can get higher flow, and then the one on the right is our mini manifold.
Why do we call it the mini manifold?
Because it's a mini.
Oh,
okay. Small. And you could put 4 hoses up there.
Actually, no. You can put 5.
Well, geez,
don't. Oh, geez, that there's on the end.
I know.
You don't like it. You can put 5 hoses on that.
You can put 5 on there. 3 foot or 6 foot. They're not armored because the armor takes up
too much. The armor takes up space.
Yeah, we did this because we had some salespeople say, "Hey, I'd really like a smaller, less expensive manifold for sometimes someone just needs to pop something up." So that's a nice thing to kind of if you just need something for your cylinders, quick and easy,
and not a lot of space.
Yeah, and you don't need to do all sorts of options. You don't need to. Oh, you can put valve options on this. And
you
stuff
can,
too.
yeah.
But you're not going to get like real high flow.
Yeah, typically that 5th hose spot, you can put a high pressure vent on it. That's what's typically what that's used for.
Sometimes people put a gauge on it, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what you got there. And then the other thing you can do is, and we've done this a few times, and I worked in a cylinder fill plant, and we had all of our manifolds had dual pigtails. So if you look at those 2 flex hoses coming down.
Why do we call them pigtails? If it's one, it shouldn't be a ponytail.
Oh, it's an old.
Is it a ponytail?
It's old time.
I know.
Old time, because the old ones used to be.
I was thinking of the hairstyle. I went to the hairstyle because you said dual pigtails.
Yeah, well, they
I was
would
like,
too.
yeah, when people
They would
put
do.
pigtail hair, it's
Well,
always
some
cool.
guy calling it probably. They would use copper, and really thick walled copper, and it would look like a pigtail curled up. So you could do dual pigtails. What you do there is on the cylinder valve, you got that. It's a CJ346 connection. Then you put a T on there, and you put 2 hoses. So that's when people have like double row cylinders and stuff. So you can kind of double up.
You're just doubling up your connections out of there, just making 1 into 2, and then connecting them.
Now that our manifolds are spaced, the station headers are 12 inches apart. So that's where you can put in like a 9-inch cylinder and then a cylinder holder, and you got a little space between them.
But you can also, but if you a special, we can get them.
Oh, we've done. You can take the graphic down.
Yeah, we got to see Bill's face when he does that. You can't. That was hidden.
We've done ones. They said, "Oh, I want to have it 6 inches apart," and then we can get that done.
It'll take longer.
It'll take a little bit longer. The other manifolds, we keep the
in stock
2, 3s, and 4s. The headers in stock, so we can build and ship in a day. If you wanted something special, like, oh no, I want to have it 16 inches apart.
I want the first one to be 8, the second one to be 7.5, and the third to be 14.
Something like that. I don't think we've ever had that. Okay. But we can do special things.
All right,
and it's really not that hard. Or you can go.
Well, it's not hard for us because all we do is order and have somebody else make it.
It might be hard for the person who makes the header. Might be cursing at us and stuff. So, so there's a lot of options we can do to. If you have tight spaces, we can fit.
We can fit things in tight spaces. If you have like a, call us up and we can try to help you out.
Yeah, we can help you out.
Or go to store.mathesondash.com.
And you can buy stuff. You can buy mini manifolds. We sell those there. You can buy regular manifolds, buy regulators.
And then, of course, we did the mounting stuffs there too, which just ties into mounting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can get the back-mounted dual-stage regulator bracket.
The Z.
And if you wanted a regulator with the flex hose attached, that's shown in one of those pictures with an elbow, we can do that as a Dash S regulator.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
You can't order that way on the online store, just too many options. But you place an order and we can get that done. We ship that out in a day, no problem, pretty much.
So there you go. This is a shorter show than normal.
Yeah, it's a short show
we got
here.
Places to be.
Let's see. Yeah, that's all. It's really all we got for this week. Next week, I think this will be fun. We'll have to get props back out for this. So next week we're going to do build a rotometer.
Sounds fun, right? Bring your kids.
Bring your kids. It's kind of like Build a Bear. So we're going to talk about mainly our FM 1050s and
1000s.
FM 1000s.
Yeah, those are the two. Those are our
you
big ones.
You can buy one and you can custom make it and do all sorts of neat stuff with it. So it'll show you all the different fun you can have with a rotometer.
Fun.
It does. So tune in again and next week for another live edition of the Bill and Corey Show.
Set your VCRs.